Evolution of Mertle Edmonds. Mertle Edmonds makes her debut in the 2002 animated movie Lilo and Stitch as a recurring minor antagonist, voiced by Miranda Page Walls. Here she appears as a young girl with long, fluffy red hair, fair skin, and round, framed blue glasses, who wears a light green shirt, teal shorts, and green sandals, aside from her hula dancing costume and pajamas, who lives on the island of Kauai with her mom and aunt, where she's a hālau hula classmate of Lilo and the leader of 3 other girls, Elena, Teresa, and Yuki. Since she's incredibly spoiled, unforgiving, selfish, mean, and bossy, she strongly dislikes Lilo, tormenting her, always calling her mean nicknames, alongside other girls such as Weirdlo and Freaklo, as well as always getting her in trouble for what she did. In the story, she, after being retaliated against by Lilo at the local hula class for calling her crazy, rejects Lilo's later apology and then also starts to openly express her disgust with Lilo's newly adopted pet, Stitch, calling him the ugliest thing she has ever saw. After which he angrily kicks her off her tricycle and steals it with Lilo, leaving her crying out for help. She is then not seen again until the end, when she, Lilo, Stitch, and others are shown dancing on stage during a festival. Then, Mertle reappears in the 2003 animated movie Stitch the Movie in a minor role, now voiced by Liliana Mumi. She mostly appears throughout the story only for a short time, such as in her backyard, hosting a slumber party with her friends, during which Lilo and Stitch climb over the fence and end up ruining the party in the tent, after which Mertle calls them freaks and says she's sick of them. And then briefly in the street, riding her trike with Teresa and Yuki when they are shocked to see Lilo in Cobra Bubble's car. Next, in the animated TV show Lilo and Stitch the series, set after the events of the previous movie, Mertle appears as a recurring antagonistic character voiced by Liliana Mumi. In the series, a little bit more of her life and background is revealed, such as that she is from a relatively wealthy family, and this is why she often acts like a spoiled child, and that now she also has a pet named Gigi, which is actually, unbeknownst to her, Experiment 007, which looks like a regular dog, but can also talk sometimes, whom she really likes. And as shown in the episode Yapper, after she adopted Gigi, she brought her to the National Junior Dog Show and tried to cheat to win the trophy, but after she witnessed that Lilo and Stitch played fairly and later also saved her Gigi from Gantu, she gave away the trophy to Lilo and Stitch, proving that she isn't totally heartless and dishonest after all. Also, in the episode Spooky, in which Experiment 300 can morph into a person's worst fear, it is revealed that Mertle's worst fear is a headless Lilo. Interestingly, throughout the series, she also sometimes gets associated with Hamsterville, as depicted in the episode Finder, where she mistakes him for a gerbil and keeps him as a pet for a short time, which they both seemed to enjoy eventually, probably due to their similar personalities. But then, in the episode Shush, after her friends break up with her, she teams up with Hamsterville again, but now he turns her into an android in order to catch all the other experiments by his order in place of Gantu, until she is rescued at the end by Lilo and Stitch, who take her to Jamba to de-robot her. Following, Mertle appears as the main antagonist in the 2005 sequel movie Lilo and Stitch 2: Stitch Has a Glitch, set between the first movie and Stitch the Movie, again voiced by Liliana Mumi. In the story, since there's no other antagonist, Mertle takes up all the space herself, which she demonstrates by entering a hula competition against Lilo and then mocking and telling her that her dancing is stinky, and as the last straw, insults Lilo's late mom by saying that she'll never be like her, which prompts Lilo to angrily attack Mertle, while Stitch takes multiple photos of their fight. And then, at the end, she appears taking part in the hula competition, during which she actually promotes her father's, Carl Edmonds' gift shop that sells cheap Hawaiian collectibles, leaving everyone surprised and unimpressed. In the 2006 animated movie, Leroy and Stitch, Mertle appears in a minor role, which is still pretty mean, though. First, in Lilo's photo album of experiments together with Gigi, as she at first gets kidnapped by Leroy, who had been created by Hamsterville in order to rule the galaxy with an army of them, alongside all of the other 624 experiments, including Gigi. And then, during the final battle, she ran away in fear carrying Gigi while Stitch and his cousins battled the Leroys, after which at the end, even though Mertle still thinks Lilo is weird. She ultimately decides to join the family picture because Gigi insisted, which shows she got over her hatred of Lilo as proof of smiling while walking and participating in the photo when she didn't have to. Then, Mertle cameos in her cute Chibi form in the background in the animated TV show Chibi Tiny Tales, in a combined episode every Lilo and Stitch Chibi Tiny Tale, which is a retelling of the original story. Finally, in the 2025 live/CGI remake of the original movie Lilo and Stitch, Mertle appears in her original role, portrayed by Emery Hookano-Briel. Here, her appearance was drastically changed, to now not wearing any glasses at all, and being changed from white Caucasian with red hair to Hawaiian girl, with brown hair and tanned skin, and with her personality being even meaner. At the opening hula dance, the incident between Mertle and Lilo now consists of Mertle insulting Lilo and then pushing her during their dance, which then causes Lilo to get angry and shove Mertle off the stage before the whole audience. Then, the scene where Stitch steals Myrtle's tricycle got changed to now Stitch stealing her expensive pink toy minicar by hot-wiring it before driving away with Lilo with it and then returning it back destroyed, leaving Myrtle speechless. At the end, she only appears during the credits, in the scene of hula dancing from the beginning.